Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. In this video, we're gonna explore the nightlife around a lake in a city called Huizhou, which is in South China. The lake is called Huizhou West Lake. I'll be doing another video on walking around this city called Huizhou, but this one is specifically done for the Huizhou West Lake. I went to this Huizhou West Lake on a festival night and it was spectacular, one of the best sceneries or nightlife I've ever seen. So I entered the West Lake through one of the entrances to the lake. There are multiple entrances here. So as you can see, there is this entrance and it is beautifully lit. There were quite a few people around, but I thought I'll take a full walk around the lake. It's a big lake and you can walk along the lake and around the lake. To get to Huizhou, it's about an hour and a half high-speed railway journey from Guangdong. You can also get to this place from Hong Kong. I believe it's probably an hour and a half on a bus. But this is in the South China part of the area. So Huizhou is probably a third-tier city. So it's not as big as any of the big cities like Guangzhou or Shenzhen. And it doesn't have a metro system as well. So it's probably a growing city. I was expecting there might be an entry fee or anything like that, but there's no entry fee. So people could just walk in and walk around the lake. And I'm not sure what festival was it. So if any of my viewers know what festival it is, please put it in the comments. And this is the entrance, and it's beautifully lit with all the LED lights and all the neon lights. It's probably LEDs, not neons. So there it says it's Huizhou West Lake. I was expecting a huge crowd, but there was a lot of crowd. I mean, it's there everywhere in China, but it was not all around the lake. So as you can see in the video later, you'll see that once I get to a part of the lake, it is really quiet and beautiful. Huizhou is a beautiful city. I mean, it's got lakes, it's got few lakes, and then it's got a beautiful river as well. And then some of the areas are new and some of the areas are old. It's got a really good vibe to the city. So in this, you probably could see the perimeter of the lake. And it is quite a big lake. You know, it's probably about a few kilometers, at least 6 or 7 kilometers walking around the lake. And then there are a couple of islands to which you can get into from this lake. So I was willing to take a full walk around the lake. So let's explore. The lake had these beautiful flower gardens patched all around the lake. So it was quite beautiful. I mean, there were a lot of trees as well, so it looked very beautiful. The beautiful thing about this place was that I couldn't see a single debris or trash put into the lake. So either the lake has been maintained really well, or people have the civic sense of not disturbing the nature. What you can see at the back is that Kande Hotel, and you see a bridge at the back as well. So the Kande International Hotel is one of the 5-star hotels. It's a really good hotel to stay in. And you can see the bridge of the river. I initially thought this lake and the river is connected, but it's not. This lake is actually on a higher level than the river. So it's not too far away from the lake to get to the river, but this one's got a different water source, I believe. I think this is not a newly dug lake or anything. I think it's been there during the ancient dynasty or something like that. I haven't done much research on it, but yeah, I think that's the feel I got. But many of these areas are newly developed, but which has this ancient vibe to it. There were a lot of these floating structures with LED lights on it, and some of them represented some of the anime characters, and probably some of them are really ancient Chinese folklores or something like that. So it was quite beautiful to look at. And here comes the lanterns. This is also quite beautifully done. They've kind of decorated this lanterns and LEDs and stuff all around the lake. And I've walked around this lake earlier when there was no festival and none of them are there. So probably they've done this just for the festival. Look at those beautiful water lilies, or probably they are some other flowers which they represent, but it looked really beautiful. And these have been, put on the lake as a structure, and it looked really surreal and beautiful. These shimmering reflections of these lights on this water gives a very, very calm and surreal feeling to people around this lake. It was quite good. So as I walked further in, there were less and less people, so it was quite good. And look at those beautiful lights. I mean, they had so many different colors, violet and blue and yellow and all these different colors. It's quite beautiful. And Huizhou city, it doesn't seem to have that hustle and bustle of these big mega cities like Shanghai or Chongqing or Guangzhou. It's got a more laid back, vibe to it. And this is another 3D structure. So I think it is kind of a balloon kind of a stuff, but with that they've added some kind of an animation or LED lighting to it, which looks like that lady is blinking her eyes. It was quite beautiful to look at, and obviously you can go and touch it, but it looked really beautiful. Well, look at this butterfly. It's like flapping its wings, and it sounds really beautiful. I mean, when you're there, it gives a really beautiful vibe. And this is probably a character which I can kind of recognize from the Chinese mythology. This is the Monkey King, I believe. So yeah, so it's done really beautifully as well. And then there was these parks and some kind of these buildings. Looked like, they had this Chinese architecture to it. So you can walk on top of it or, around it and stuff. But yeah, it gave a really good, beautiful vibe to the whole place. And this gives you elevated look into the whole lake. And it's all these areas are beautifully lit, as you can see. And this place seemed to have this cobbled street and some bamboo forest and some of these ancient figures. I think there is a story to this. So yeah, I'm not very familiar with those, but yeah. I got to this place where you can this is like a jetty, but it's like a beautiful jetty with a structure on the middle. I mean, you can see this kind of structures in many lakes around China. So, and I think you can walk through this to an island in the lake. The lighting of these bridges, I mean, they don't go straight, they're always zigzag, so that it gives that beautiful look to it. And the lighting, makes this bridge look so beautiful. So I got to one of the islands on this lake, and I think there was no other way to go to the other side, so I had to walk back on the bridge, but obviously the views are stunning. Oh, surprisingly, the weather was so pleasant. I mean, it wasn't windy, it wasn't cold, it wasn't hot, it was beautiful. So I had a really good time walking around this lake. It's still not over. I mean, there's more to go. I think these are, prayer beads probably. So you can do a prayer and put these beads in there. And even this area was done very beautifully. Look at that. I mean, it's full of flowers and with some LED lights. Then I walked quite further away and saw these buildings or structures. It looked quite interesting, so I thought I'll walk and see what it is. I mean, this area of the lake was quiet and not many people around. But as soon as I got into this place, I saw these projections in the road, in the walk path, and beautiful flowers, and some of the projections were also on the walls of these structures. I couldn't read Chinese, so I couldn't interpret it, but I think it had to do with a poet or someone who was living in this area or this place, and probably it's representing that poet's writings or something. Well, I've mentioned this multiple times in my previous videos. China is extremely safe to travel, and when I was here, I mean, there's absolutely no one on the road, and it was quite late in the night. Probably it's around 9:30, and I felt really safe. I mean, there's nothing to be worried about. Obviously, there are a lot of cameras around, which makes you feel more safe. But yeah, it was quite good. Look at those beautiful golden fish projections on the floor. It's quite beautiful. Yeah, I think this would have been a really good place for kids, walking around. Yeah, I think there were some anime characters as well at some point. I don't know. But it was quite good. So if anybody can read Chinese, you can interpret and put it in the comments for other viewers. But it is quite a beautiful place. And I would definitely recommend people visiting the Huizhou West Lake during these festival periods. I don't know exactly what that festival is, but it's very beautifully lit and presented. I was itching to fly my drone and take, some drone shots. But every time I go to any of these places in China, I find a local cop there and then ask them whether you're permitted to fly your drone. And he specifically told me that you cannot because there's some, military installation somewhere here. So he said you can't fly a drone at this part of the lake. So probably in another part of the lake you can, but probably wasn't this part of the lake. Oh, for the people who are thinking, the lake could be quite polluted or something like that. No, it's not. I could see a lot of fishes on the lake, but probably people are not allowed to fish in these areas, or probably during the festival periods. But I don't think it is polluted. By this time it was quite late, and it would have been at least 7 kilometers of walk. So I thought I'll call it a day, and hope you guys enjoyed the video. And if you like my videos, please like and subscribe. Thank you.